What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Meehan. Shaun, how is it going?
You're not going to be happy with me, Connor, I'll be honest.
Oh no. What's going on?
I've eaten too many peanuts before the start of the show. And now I've got nut mouth. I don't know what to say to you.
Say that last sentence again.
I don't know what to say to you.
No, the one before that.
Oh, I ate too many peanuts.
No, the bit about having nut mouth.
We've all had nut mouth in the past.
You say that sentence on the schoolyard, you're never recovering. It's game over.
That's the end of your secondary school career, my friend.
You're never getting back from that. It's never going to be like, God, Shaun's actually kind of cool. Now, after all the nut mouth situation's cleared up.
You could shit yourself and you'll forever be known as nut mouth.
This is somebody's first episode, by the way, Shaun. So what do we do here other than talk about nut mouth?
You have spent the week gathering all of the weirdest news stories from around the world. You're about to read them all out to me, a man clearly too busy snacking on delicious salty treats.
Pistachios?
No, peanuts, roasted and salted, have you know.
You're training for Halloween. It's coming up.
But I only realised, I don't know if this is a thing in other countries, but do you know monkey nuts?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know those were peanuts for the longest time.
What did you think they were? Like marshmallows?
I just thought they were fucking weird shaped things. I didn't know there was things inside of the shell of the peanut. I didn't know. I didn't know, Connor. And I say this was about 5 years ago that I learned this.
Wait, so you were eating the outer shell?
No, I didn't eat them. I didn't like peanuts up until about a year ago.
Oh, boys, you have lived a life.
I know. It's been a wild ride on the Shaun Meehan carousel.
If anyone doesn't know, right, I don't know who would, but last night we were going to record, and then we didn't, right? And I text Shaun, I was like, no, we can't record today, we'll just record tomorrow night. And his response was, and in the most Shaun Meehan way ever, responded, yeah, I'm basting a chicken at the minute, so it's probably best. I have to keep an eye on it.
He needs constant attention, every 20 minutes. Let's go up and dribble the chicken juice.
So far we've had nut mouth and dribble juice. So...
What fucking superhero team are we making?
The world's worst. But Shaun, this is weird news. So I think we need to move on past all of this. If this is your first episode, we do actually talk weird news. It's not just the two of us just talking weirdly about chicken juice and nut mouth.
Unless that's in the news, in which case...
Very quickly, we had a new patron this week, Sammy, and he was kind enough to send us in a message, Shaun, that I felt was quite funny, because he said he's been listening since the very, very early days, like individual numbers.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Sammy.
We're very sorry that you had to go through that, but he said, I don't even really understand half the things you say. He says he gets about 60% of what we ask. Which, to be fair, so if he listens to 150 episodes, but he only gets 60% of each episode, that's not bad.
That's like 83-ish episodes that Sammy has fully digested.
Yeah, I mean, I said that, and then I thought, Jesus, for the next intro, I probably should slow down, because he thought my name was Carlisle for a while.
My name is Carlisle. Oh, actually, I get it. I hear it now.
It's just because I mumble my way through, because we've done it so many times.
How's he going to feel about the whole fucking... the nutmouth scenario? Will that translate?
Sammy, let us know. Message us back on Patreon, let us know. We're going to start this week, Shaun, with another patron story. One of our favourites and one of our oldest, Mr. Waffles. He sent this in through a DM on Twitter because he lives in a place called the latest edition of Zealand. That's a bit of a New Zealand gag there.
The most recent Zealand.
The recent Zealand. And he likes to send us in stories that they're native to him. because, I mean, we might not see them, but they're big news there. And so this week we are started with pair caught at Auckland border with 100,000 and boot full of KFC.
With 100,000?
$100,000 and a boot full of KFC.
Interesting. Oh, well, okay. Why have they included KFC? Wait.
What?
A boot full of KFC?
Yes.
Sorry, that didn't translate in my mind for a second.
Not just a KFC,
I just thought it was a bucket, and I was like, why did they include a bucket of KFC when there's 100 grand being found? But it's a boot full.
A boot full of KFC trying to cross the border.
Is this a lockdown thing? Are you not allowed to transport KFC because of COVID?
It is a lockdown thing due to COVID. Because, of course, New Zealand is in lockdown at the minute. But they were trying to enter Auckland's southern boundary on Sunday. Officers noticed a suspicious-looking car travelling on a gravel road. And upon seeing the police car, the driver did a U-turn and sped off. I feel like in New Zealand as well, there's a lot of just wide, flat, open areas.
That's true. But, like, would you not try? Rather than you make eye contact with the police officer, you look shiftily around the car, and then you just pop a Yui and leave.
I think the only way,
suspicious.
There's only one way to do it, and that's like you're driving along, and then you have to act like you've forgotten something wherever you came. Oh, I forgot. And you're trying to act all this out through the windscreen. Make it look like, oh, I've just remembered the children. I left them in the prison. Oh no, I better go back right now. No, like they were visiting.
Oh, okay. Oh,
but I left them in cells. Oh no!
Oh no! In cells, you say?
Who left them with those matches? Oh no!
So So you would go up, talk to the officer, be like, "Look, I'm just trying to find a place to turn around." And then you drive on up the road.
Yeah, you attack him. Attack him from the start.
But then if you don't turn around, that officer, it's New Zealand. I mean, he probably sees like 2 people a day.
Yeah, this is the most excited he's ever going to be.
And one of them was fucking smuggling a ring. There we go. There's a New Zealand joke for the episode.
It's all we have. That's literally our only topic.
Oh, you have a multi-million-dollar film franchise attached to your country. How's that sound?
Yeah, we had Star Wars, technically.
We did. We did have Star Wars, and we had
and Braveheart.
And the start of Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, the best. That's the best bit of it.
And, oh God. Oh no.
I'm out. And Wild Mountain Time. We had Wild Mountain Time.
Oh, how I wish we were in Bruges at this minute.
So, the car drives up, it does a U-turn and it speeds off. What happened then was the police obviously followed and the car eventually was pulled over. The police found that the pair had come from Hamilton. The car was searched and police found the car.
They've got tickets in a lockdown. It was wild.
I knew you were going to do that. One of them was Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's not said, but it's in between the lines. The car was searched and police found the cash alongside empty ounce bags and a large amount of takeaways. And by large they mean a boot full of KFC was there. Shaun, if you see the image, there's almost so much KFC there that nobody could take it all in at once, which implies that they've either tried to go smuggle the KFC into the border or they just had it in the boot just 'cause.
Wow, that is a lot of KFC. What's in the tubs? Is that like mayonnaise?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm so confused. Oh wow, that is a packed boot full of KFC. Now, they said there was empty ounce bags in the car.
Yeah, that's not great.
It's the most severe case of the munchies I've ever seen.
It could be they've gotten rid of certain things. They've put some things into the body. Then the munchies have hit. and the lads have thought, let's buy KFC. But not like, I'm talking, let's buy the restaurant. Because there's nothing that could that could get rid of this hunger.
That's surely a special order, though, for the KFC. Like, you're not rocking up to the drive-thru and getting what looks like 4 individual family feasts. Just a stack of plates that's also in there, and some buckets, and I don't know what's in the tubs. Like, my instinct says gravy, but that gravy shouldn't be that colour. It looks like also, scrambled egg.
I mean, this might be the strangest thing we've ever seen try to be smuggled into a different area. It's very weird that this is the hill you're going to die on. Let's bring the KFC. Because they didn't ask, but they had heroin all across the car. It's like, the car was full of the boot, though, full of KFC. It was madness.
That's the one we got to hide.
They also, when they asked the man what he was doing, he said he claimed he wanted to cross the border to charge his electric vehicle, despite there not being a charging station where he was going. So, I don't know if all these... It would have been funnier if the car also wasn't electric.
That would be good. That just raises further questions, though, if he had an electric car. Because I imply... That to me implies a level of, I've made it. And I don't need the drugs in KFC anymore. But now here's the thing, though, is that what if the place he was coming from also didn't have an electric car charging spot? Meaning that
because the place he was coming from was KFC, I can only assume.
Yeah, he presumably got KFC on the way to being caught with all the KFC, unless he brought it from home. But what I'm getting at is, like, what if this man is on some kind of quest to find some kind of electric car charging port, but one does not simply plug in to Mordor. You see my point?
No, of course. Of course. I mean, I think it becomes a situation that when you're trying to smuggle KFC through the borders, I think you might need to reevaluate your priorities. I think if you get sent to jail for this, or it goes to a situation where you have to go to court, which I'm assuming you will, and he gets to tell other criminals what he's in for, trying to bring KFC across the border seems like... I think you might not get in with the murder and the burglary gangs. I think they might be looking down upon you.
This is true. Like it's not exactly, Grand Theft Auto or bank robbery or kidnapping or killing the Dark Lord
or defeating Sauron or liking some trees. They're very energetic. They're
not trees, they're ents, but fucking continue, I guess.
What's the difference?
Well, the fucking an ent would tell you the difference, Connor.
Well, it can't. It's not here.
It's fictional.
Shaun, I think we need to move on to our next piece of news, because I have a man who was calling 911 repeatedly, and I mean, that implies... What would that imply to you? He's calling 911 repeatedly.
Emergency. Utter, like, someone's life is in the balance kind of thing if they're dialing 911 repeatedly.
A man from USA has been jailed after repeatedly making nuisance calls to the emergency services to tell them that he was tired.
It's an emergency, officer.
I want to go sleep, but I cannot. I'm real tired.
Well, stop ringing the phone line.
Yeah, his arm is fucking wrecked.
So is he
dead?
Is he in bed ringing them, being like... Because I'm imagining an old, like, fucking rotary phone. So he does, like...
And he's got his little hat on.
He's got his little hat on. He has the candle on the fucking finger holder thing. And he's just ringing, being like, I'm still sleepy. And then, as a 911 operator, like, after the fourth call, Are you obliged to like tell him a bedtime story or something?
There's like a secret phrase he can say that means that he has to go into a bedtime story. Oh, fuck it, he's got it. Oh, James, yeah.
Shit.
The birds fly south at dawn. Oh, fuck, right. Hickory
Connor, I think you just
dickory
activated
dock.
some sleeper agents.
But, obviously, the main job of the emergency services is to find out where the people in distress are, which is why they've got some pretty sophisticated technology to find out who is calling them. By virtue of a happy accident, that also means that you can be traced if you're constantly calling them up to tell them that you're tired, Shaun. So
Right.
they're not really keen on people holding on the line in case someone genuinely is in distress or having an emergency. So they'll not look fondly on calling them to waste their time. So that's exactly what happened when 61-year-old Daniel Schroeder is looking to spend at least the next 2 months in the county jail for. Schroeder, who is from Indiana, was taken into police custody on Tuesday night in connection with 4 phone calls that he made on that evening, stating he was tired, then he was really tired, then he wanted to go to sleep, then why can't he sleep? The report states.
Oh no. Where in this, like, because I like in his mind, it was like, man, I'm so tired, but I have to get up early for work in the morning. This is a personal emergency. If only there was some kind of service to deal with emergency. Oh, wait!
What's he going to do? Like, have the police turn up? Who are they going to arrest? What are they going to? Who are they going to talk to other than him? It's definitely bedtime story.
You assume he's asking for the police, though. Like, ambulance, get a bit of fucking Novocaine or knockout gas. They probably don't call it knockout gas the medical industry.
I think it's a scientific term.
All right, I thought it was just Batman. But it like some kind of anaesthetic. Even the fireman, you know? You get a fucking fire Dalmatian, curl up beside him. You're cozy as fuck. You're asleep for the night. Then 7 o'clock in the morning, hose turns on. You're awake.
Now, this isn't the first time Schroeder has rang the police in the last week, Shaun, because he was actually making nuisance calls the day after he pleaded guilty of calling up 911 to express his anger towards a relative of his who was, in his own words, not following his rules. So, I mean, he's got a lot of issues. And his first thought is ring the emergency services, ring 911, they'll know what to do. He's going off what we're told, I think, when we're 5, that you get into trouble, ring 911. But he's taken it to the point of he's now 61, and if he has even the most minor of problems in his life, well, this can be solved very easily. Like,
in a way, this man is the most Irish man, is the opposite of every Irish man to ever exist. Because if in Ireland, if something goes wrong, you don't ring the ambulance because you don't want to bother anyone.
No, Jesus. I might have to have my legs falling off me.
And even then, I'd call a taxi, if anything.
And I wouldn't even want to put the taxi out. An Uber. Does an Uber go around here?
So I'd hitch. I'd hitch to the hospital is what I'd do. But this man at the drop of a hat is willing to dial 911 or 999 as it is in Ireland, which I had to educate someone on the other day, and he said, "Oh, that's probably good to know."
So what happens if you ring 911?
You get nothing in Ireland.
You get imagine there's a murder in your house. You're in panic. You've snuck up the stairs, sweat pumping out of you. You're panting. You're hiding. You ring 911. Nothing. Nothing comes true.
Babe station. Why did they pick that number?
Easy hits. Easy money.
Easy money. You might need a bit of stress relief at such a trying time.
Who got the monopoly on 911? Whoever did is absolutely raking it in calls. There's no way.
I don't know if you can dial it in Ireland, but I know it doesn't go to the emergency service.
Well, like you get to 9 and then 1, and then just as your fingers go to the next one, you get arrested. Sniper just takes you out. You're not allowed to dial it. Nobody fucking dial it.
You just get through to like the audiobook version of Reno 911. Like it's the script read out.
What a callback! What a fucking callback!
What can I say? I'm cultured.
Has anyone listening to this watched Reno 911? That is a 2009 classic.
It's a fucking bop. I've only seen random episodes when I was sick from school, but...
Shaun, what do you think of this Indiana man? I feel like maybe he needs to figure out a way to maybe solve his own issues. Maybe look within upon himself to maybe try to solve the problem before he maybe looks externally. That maybe the police can solve him for going to sleepy Betty bye-byes.
I mean... What, like... How equipped are the police? Like, do they just have... Because if this is like public knowledge that like the police have a gun that makes you go to sleep temporarily...
Oh, well, they fucking do. Okay.
Then like maybe this man is justified. But if I don't know if they just provide advice. I'm sure there's a service you can ring to help you get to sleep. Like
Babe station. Again.
What you do is, you look, first of all, you light a load of candles. Second...
Have you ever seen that documentary on all the Babe Station women that they did like a behind the scenes thing on Channel 4, and it was literally like she was just like ironing her shirt, like pretending like she had the phone like just up to her shoulder, like ironing her shirt.
Multitasking.
Just multitasking. Getting that money. Get that fucking money. Go on, if people are willing to pay it.
Absolutely. And look, fucking the shirt gets ironed, so...
And there was another one, like she was like full pajamas, just like watching TV with her feet up, just on the phone
with all of her family around her, just
dead fucking right. So Shaun, we're going to move on to our next piece of news, and this is a story of heartbreak. It's a story that tells me the system is broken, because I have Bristol half marathon winner is disqualified after running in the wrong race.
What?
Yes.
Was he in like the 100 metres and it got out of hand?
You see, there were two races running that day, Shaun, over two different distances. And
the first, an egg and spoon.
The second, Olympic level, 500 metre. And despite the fact that he finished first over one of the courses, he had in reality signed up for the other course. So... he was disqualified. Now, Shaun, when you think about it, you might think, okay, well, maybe he signed up for the 26k. He did the 13k. He's obviously going to be faster than everybody there. But no, it was an absolute gut-wrencher for Omar Ahmed, who was planning on running the Bristol 10k as part of the Great Bristol Run, but he ended up running and subsequently winning the 22-kilometre half marathon.
Jesus
so
Christ.
He signed up for a 10k. He ended up doing half a marathon. He won it. He did it in 63 minutes. He ran 22 kilometres, which is fucking ludicrous.
Unless he just lost track of distance. Like, his body just took over and was like, okay, I guess we're doing this for an hour.
22 kilometres in 60... What? That is insane.
So he's running... Oh, so he's running at basically 20 kilometres an hour.
Yes. for the whole hour.
That's... he just starts from zero and he's just straight through.
22 and just never slows down.
That's ridiculous. I mean, he's won like... But now, would you enter a half marathon after that? Or would it be would you be thinking like, oh, it's just a fluke? It's just because I thought it was 10k.
If he's doing 22 kilometres in 63 minutes, that means he's running that 10k in under 30, which is not possible. That's not human. I'm going to put it down.
Didn't someone recently break it was a marathon done in less than 2 hours, and that's like pretty much peak human.
Yeah,
so, like this dude is close.
Like, this is the most peak humans have ever gotten, nearly. Not to, like, I'm not going to big myself up, Shaun, but I play a bit of sports, so during the winter, you might go for a 5k run every now and then. Keep yourself fit. But when I was doing the 5k runs, I mean, I was aiming for like 21 minutes for 5k. Like, that is really good. 20 minutes. I used to be able to do it at 19, but that was when I was younger, Shaun. The body is breaking down.
We're way down by life.
We're going to aim for 20 to 21. That is that's pretty good. I'll take that. So if you go with that logic, you would do 15k in an hour, but you would have to keep the exact same pace from K1 to K14 for the whole time.
But this man has done 22 kilometres.
In the hour.
That's absolutely ridiculous. And would he not get something for it, though?
They gave him nothing, Shaun. He was disqualified after entering the wrong race. What happened was he was running the right race, and then the path diverged, one or the other, and he turned the wrong way. He turned left when he should have turned right, and he ended up doing... Which begs the question, once he got to like 12k, did he not think to himself, Jesus, this is going on a bit. I must be really slow today.
Fucking those treadmills they aren't up to snuff, guys.
The guy who now has won it was 4 minutes behind him in the race. He ran it in 67 minutes. And so the guy who's now second, Chris Thompson, is now declared the winner. And the other guy is...
How
Omar is disqualified. How do you feel Omar got told that he had run possibly maybe the fastest 22k anyone's ever ran before in their life, and then he just decided, or they just decided, well, you know, you did run the wrong race though. This is
not
embarrassing.
The same course.
There's egg on my face and there's egg on your face, but you can't get the medal because you technically cheated, because somehow you were meant to do less and you did more.
But he ran the same distance though, surely. Like, the fastest half marathon is 58:18.
He ran in 63 minutes. Holy shit.
Fucking ridiculous. And like, these fastest were run at the Olympics.
This guy should go to the Olympics. Why is this man not in the Olympics, is my question.
I'll be honest, Connor, I don't have an answer to that.
Do you know what prize they gave him? Was
what?
That they said, okay, you're disqualified, but here's your prize. You'll be allowed enter the next race that we do. It's like, okay, cool.
Alright, I guess it's better than nothing, but good Jesus. Would they not give him like you're really fast, like that kind of a medal?
The guy who came second can't possibly be waving around that gold medal like, I'm a champion, look at me, nobody can beat me in a 22k race.
No, you can't be satisfied with that. Like, now look, I'd be satisfied with it personally.
A 67 minute 22k, I'd be very satisfied.
I think that would be alright for old Shaun over here. But like, but the thing is, if I was, what's his name, Chris Thompson, is that his name?
So Chris Thompson's the guy who came in second, yeah.
Yeah, if I was his, like, say, younger brother, for example, Chris is never going to forget that. It's like, you were beat by a guy who thought he was running a different race.
And he didn't even know he was in that race. So when you think about it, like, he would have been, like, speeding up for the last K, and then he was just like, jeez, there's no finish line. Where the fuck is this finish line?
Guess I'll just maintain this pace going forward.
Guess I'll just go 50 miles per hour for the next hour. It's fine.
Oh, well, I'm here now. And he, like, puts in his earphones and it's Mozart playing. It's like, oh.
I think that might be the most, well, I'm here now attitude we've ever seen on this show. Well, I'm 14k in now. Might as well win the whole thing.
By the sounds of it, he could have stopped and taken a 3-minute break and still beaten your man.
Yeah, he could have just maybe had a stretch, get a glass of water. Oh, Jesus, right. Mom, we'll crack on again.
He got stopped, had a quick phone call and be like, yeah, sorry, I'll be home late. I don't know when this is going to end.
No, I'm doing the 10K. No. What, you see me on the TV? What, doing the 22K? No, I'm doing the 10. No, I'll talk to you later. Just fuck off.
We'll figure this out later.
Yeah, I'll talk to you later. I just have to win here. And then when he sets off, he goes immediately back to 22 miles per hour.
Yeah, it's like a cheetah springing off.
So that man, I mean, I just love the idea that someone had to tell him. Like, when he won it, they were all just standing there going, oh, who the fuck's going to tell him? This man's sweating. He's panting. He's just like... You didn't win, technically.
Pictured it like he crosses the finish line, he cheers and he looks around and he waits for everyone to surprise him, and then they start like unwrapping a new ribbon and putting it over the finish line.
And they give him like best 10K. No, because technically he actually came last in the 10K race.
Yeah, whoever won that race has got to be, you know, you definitely would have been beaten, Chris, had he competed. But
to be fair, if he had turned around after doing the 22K, he probably still would have come like 7th in the other race.
He would have done pretty well for himself.
Just sets back off at 50. I'll catch up with them, don't worry, lads.
Like they told him at the finish line, sorry, it was the wrong race. And he goes, right, I'll go back, so... And he fucking sprints back the whole way.
He's the Forrest Gump of running. This man never gets tired.
Well, guess I'll go home then.
Okay, Shaun, we're going to move on to one of the strangest stories I found this week. Well, I suppose it is weird news, but it caught my eye just because it's more weird than it is funny, and that is company with $15 million planning to bring mammoths back to life.
I did see headlines about this, and my initial reaction was, to what end?
Just bringing them back, because it'd be cool.
But it, like, from what I read of the thing, and look, you'll probably go into the article in a bit more detail and we'll talk about it then, Connor, but they're not just going to fucking, like in a cartoon, they're not going to take a big block of ice that has a mammoth in it and just like run some hair dryers over that for a while. That's not, they're going to like selectively breed elephants, I think.
Well, it might be a bit of a laugh though to bring them back. Do you ever think about that?
I mean, look, we've all seen Ice Age.
Yeah,
and didn't
bring
that
them back.
end well?
Bring them back. Bring Sid back. They just go, look at this. Look what we have here. Look at that.
Scrat. Give him an acorn to fuck.
He's going to have acorn mouth.
Yes, one of my nutmouth brothers.
Ah, yes, the family. You are my brothers in arms. So, $15 million have been given to this company, aptly called Colossal. And they're funding to combat the colossal problem of extinction. So, why exactly would we want to bring them back? That much remains fairly unclear, but the scientists involved with the project certainly seem to be quite excited about it. I like how this is written, by the way. Like, I like when articles, they try to be like One of Us, but like their version of One of Us is like the jock who's like these nerds, because then they're like Harvard boffin and DNA sequencing innovator George Church is definitely buzzing to bring back the prehistoric behemoth. This is a major milestone for us. It's going to make all the difference in the world. Is it?
Would you not fucking save the pandas or something? You know all those species that are on the brink of extinction.
Why are we not saving the ones about to go extinct instead of going, well, we'll bring the old ones back?
Here's a wild fucking question. You know climate change? Should we not be giving 15 million quid to them?
No. They reversed climate change into bringing back the mammoths.
Oh my god, that's big mammoth. That's their plan the whole time.
There can't be climate change if the mammoths are back. Mammoths have never been around for climate change, lads. Think about it.
Do you know what? And we don't often get political on this show, Connor, but I think this is a Democrat ploy. Because...
Oh, fuck.
What's the symbol of the Democratic Party, I think?
Oh, shit. You think... Go on.
An elephant?
Let's go off hearsay rumor. Which one is which?
I'm fairly sure it's an elephant. Because...
Okay.
Tusks.
Do you know what? I think the Irish political parties need to have animals just representing them more. I just think... They'll be all be fucking snakes, though.
Yeah, I know. I was going to make a snake joke.
Political.
Oh, Sammy, I'm so sorry you didn't understand any of that. There's actually... there's a campaign going on Twitter at the minute. And by campaign, I mean there's one guy who has an account called Put the Animals Back on the Coins. Because on Irish coins, we used to have animals on them and they were class. And then they took them away. And just
Would
put
you
a
say
fucking harp
class?
on the back.
Sorry, just really quickly. I just want to jump. I don't want to cut you off, but would you say the word class about animals on kites?
I think they were pretty cool looking, though.
Which animals did we have again?
We had
a fish.
We had a fish. We had a stag. We had a greyhound. We had a horse. We probably had a badger of some kind. Some kind of...
the badger was actually on the $1 million coin.
That's true.
Wait, no, £1 million.
We lost that coin, and that's when Ireland went into recession.
So I was like, oh, lads. Oh, fuck. After leaving in the taxi. Oh, we're never getting that back.
It was just fucking Bertie Ahern at one of those like fairground penny pushers, and he's just fucking euros into it. It's like, oh no.
Oh fuck. It's one of those ones where like the little shelf comes out and pushes the coins out.
Yeah.
And he's accidentally dropped it in and he's like, oh fuck, does anyone have another €21 coins? I'm going to need to get this yoke out.
And then people keep giving him brown envelopes full of coins and he's just funneling it in but nothing's happening. That's the best metaphor for how Ireland went into recession.
What if we it's the Homer Simpson method of, don't worry, I'll pick up my legs with my arms, and then I'll pick up my arms with my face when he keeps getting sucked into the
mud. Where were we?
We have mammoths coming back to life, Shaun.
Yeah, okay, so 15 million quid. First of all, there's better things that could be spent on. Second of all, that's nowhere near enough to bring a mammoth back, I would say.
How much do you think is reasonable?
I'm thinking like touching $1 billion, certainly. Because it's a mammoth.
I think it's a good idea to like have a look at like de-extinction, because if we can stop making things go extinct, might be good. Might be nice, as you say. Like there's lots of animal races that are unfairly their last legs. So if we can get on top of that, we can save. I mean, first mammoth, then surely next is dodo. I don't know how else you go about this.
But like, would they add anything to the ecosystem? Like fucking invent me a monkey that produces steel. Well, that's like something that can actually benefit things, not just fucking. Wouldn't it be class if there was a hairy elephant?
By the way, Hank Greeley, who is he's from the Centre for Law and Biosciences at Stanford University, said he has mixed feelings. He says, part of me hates the hype in this, because the hype is real, Shaun. The hype is going mad. The socials are absolutely, as the kids say, popping off. But he also says, it's not the answer to problems like climate change. It's not really even high on my priority list, but it is cool. And humans do a lot of things just because they're cool.
Yeah, how's that gone for us so far?
Has there ever been a movie series based around the consequences of bringing extinct prehistoric creatures back to life?
Certainly not a successful one, I would say.
I don't think it's been done. I think this is a good idea. Maybe we put them in some sort of park.
Someone suggesting some sort of Ice Age park. Like,
there's have you ever do you follow the Twitter
Jurassic
page?
Park updates?
The Jurassic Park updates is fucking great. It's just like guys pretending like they're working in PR for the park,
and they're just like, oh, someone's died again.
But I would recommend just having a look at that. They've got like some really good funny tweets. But Shaun, I think 10 years from now, we could be living amongst the mammoths.
Maybe. But on the off chance that, this episode gets discovered, and one of the researchers wants to bring in a layman to speak for the people, what animal are you bringing back?
What animal? I mean, I think I actually wouldn't bring back the dodo because it's a question. It's an answer to every school question we've ever had since we were 3. It's like, well, when you go through the book, what's the first animal that went extinct? The dodo. This instrument starts with an X, xylophone. They're just rock solid. You can't move them. They're
solid. They are solid.
They're rock solid. I don't want to mess with the education system here.
And that's the thing with a dodo as well. It's like that's when you realise, oh fuck, we all know that thing, but it doesn't exist anymore. That's when you realise that as a kid. And it's harrowing.
It's got that mainstream popularity as well. And it's not even around. That's just hearsay. That's just talking around. Just their name is in people's mouths for nothing they do. There's no PR going on.
No.
What would you bring? I feel like mammoth is second best. What behind the dodo? I think that's probably the second one you'd go to.
I don't know, fungi maybe. Irish dolphin fungi.
Yeah.
The Celtic tiger.
This is a very Irish-based financial recession.
It's a lot of
2007.
There's a lot of bits going on here. Saber-toothed tiger. Just one.
Yeah, that was always good when the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers called that one out. That was always a good one.
That's true. I'd bring back the Ninja Turtles. You're correct.
Oh, very good. Yes. Are we leaving? Splinter maybe gone, or is he part of the
rats
crew?
are fine. Rats will survive.
Rats are fine.
Yeah,
rats are fine.
Okay,
we're moving on.
Wait. What? Yeah. If you had to pick one animal to save from extinction,
that's a much better question. Because there's so many. There's so many nice ones.
Many. Bees.
Oh, definite bees. I think in terms of like rhinoceroses are getting killed. I want to maybe save a lot of the rhinos because people are being mean. People are being dickheads. But on a basis of just I wanted to live on the planet, bees are probably the best bet.
I think bees are the best bet. Correct. Koalas. That's another good one. And what's the other one that's going extinct? Polar bears and shit.
Do you know polar bears aren't actually white?
No, they're clear. They have fibre optic fur.
They're translucent.
Yeah, they're translucent. There you go.
You don't learn everything here. This isn't just like an idiot show. Sometimes we have facts.
Sometimes we have animal facts. There was a time we talked about pheasants not pheasants, peacocks.
Did we?
Didn't someone try and hire a hit on a peacock at some point?
Oh yes, I do remember. Yes, I do remember. Yeah, no, that sentence, by the way. His show has gone places. We're moving on to our next piece of news, Shaun. And send in what animal you'd like to save from extinction, or what animal you'd bring back. Just messages on Twitter or Patreon or Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. And look, whatever animal gets the least votes, I'll see to
it. You got voted out. just turn up like cocking the shotgun. Lad, you got voted out. Sorry, I can't read them up. So we're moving on, Shaun, to the biggest world championships going on right now. It's taking place in Ramsbottom, and after a 2-year absence, everyone's favourite world championships are back. That is the World Black Pudding Throwing Championships. They're back on the market.
Okay, this is definitely in Scotland, right?
Ramsbottom. It's in England, as far as I know. It's in Wolverhampton.
Right, Wolverhampton. Oh, Birmingham. Cool. The is it? Is that Birmingham?
Oh no, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know areas.
It's fine. It's fine.
The winner was from Wolverhampton, and they also deal with a lot of Yorkshire puddings within the competition. So now
Oh, lads, I'm so confused. Look, the black pudding is something that's really weird to describe to someone.
Yeah.
Because it's made of blood.
It's one of those, like a sausage, where you just say shut up and eat it if someone ever asks you what's inside it.
Yeah, and it's nice, but you're not going to like it. You don't want to know. You don't want to know how the sausage is made. You definitely don't want to know how black pudding is made.
You lose respect for yourself for eating it if you ask and I tell you what's in it.
But actually, my main experience with black pudding is any time I'm buying a breakfast roll, which is it's a roll with bacon, sausage, egg, hash brown if you're lucky, white and black pudding.
Oh, fuck.
And they ask every time, there's 2 questions they ask. Do you want white and black pudding? I used to say only white because I was a bit weirded out by black pudding, but then I had it and it was much better. And then they ask, and do you want it cut in half? Which is their way of saying, are you going to be civilised and eat this in small bites? Or are you just going to force this full 12-inch baguette into your mouth full of a breakfast food?
I don't even say no. I just literally grab the roll off them and without breaking eye contact begin eating the roll in one whole bite.
like a Scooby-Doo sandwich, and it comes out your throat.
Yeah. And they're just like, well, okay then, I won't cut it in half. That is fine.
Yes. Now, how far...
The black pudding throwing championships, they've been around, Shaun, since 1984. It's a pretty big deal. People travel from all around England to get here. Early on, a number of people managed to dislodge 4 puddings, with several people tied at the top of the leaderboard. Most, however, were finding it impossible to even hit the target, because how it works is this. Competitors attempt to dislodge giant Yorkshire puddings from a 20-foot high plinth by throwing black puddings at them, trying to dislodge them. So you get given a black pudding 20 feet below, and 20 feet above is a little basket that's full of Yorkshire puddings, and you have to fuck the black pudding down as hard as you can to try and dislodge as many of them as you can.
What the fuck? I need to know how this started. Because no one just comes up with that on the spot. It's a situation where they had a surplus of Yorkshire puddings and they use them to execute people or something.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of people, you turn up and you'd go American football style quarterback throw over the shoulder. No. You can't do that, Shaun. Has to be underarm technique. That is part of the rules. Okay. It's underarm technique throwing up, which makes it harder to get that power behind it.
That's true. Yeah, you're all about the swing at that point. Okay, there's one video online. It's from September of 2012. God, those people are standing close together, let me just say. And those are massive Yorkshire puddings. They're like as big as a flat cap.
Shaun, it's the fucking World Championships. We're not fucking around here. For fuck's sake, like.
We're not talking frozen shite from Tesco's. No.
No, we're talking World Championship calibre Yorkshire puddings.
That ground is pure littered with Yorkshire pudding and black pudding.
Yeah, who's cleaning that up? I don't know.
There's a wooden block that they stand on to give themselves more fucking purchase.
That's just to add to the theatrics, I should say. I was trying to say theatrics together, but I couldn't put the 2 words right beside each other. It's a competition with a storied history, Shaun, as it goes back to the War of the Roses and a 1455 battle in Stubbins between the House of Lancaster and the House of York. So this is to commemorate that battle.
It's mad that Game of Thrones stemmed from this, didn't it?
It's really from this one competition, yes.
from this battle.
The 2 sides are said to have run out of ammunition and resorted to throwing food at each other. Black pudding and Yorkshire puddings. So that's how this competition started. Ironically, this competition hasn't happened for 2 years due to COVID. What came out in the meantime? Game of Thrones. The lads ran out of storylines. They had nothing to base it off of for the last season.
That's true. And so they decided that Bran... Spoilers for
serious
Game of
underarm.
Thrones.
Serious underarm.
Fucking lethal shot, so he is. I don't think trained soldiers would resort to throwing food at... Not to call this into question. I don't think they would resort to throwing food at each other.
I mean, I think this is another competition that me and you should maybe enter. Maybe somehow, some way get across to the UK. I mean, somehow, I'm assuming a plane or a boat, one of the two. We could get across there and maybe enter this competition, because we've had several competitions in the UK that I feel like we could do well in.
I do think so.
Might have to be a qualifier though. It's the World Championships.
That's true. We would be the Irish contingent there. I feel you'd be better at this, but I would eat more black pudding. I think this is how this would work.
I'd be halfway through my throws and I turn around and all the black pudding is gone. I'm like, Shaun, where did it go? I don't know, man. I don't know. Also, some of the comments I have underneath this are Ronnie Pickering, 17. He says, sooner eat it than chuck it. Goes strong from Ronnie there. Encro 8 says, no Bugsy Malone performance this year. I don't understand that. Santiago Street 8 says, what a tosser. Which, Santiago, coming in clutch.
Santiago, and the comedian of the group.
My favourite is, look at this face, who comes in with, clearly has problems, I should say very early, with the area this is in. Because he said, of course people in that neck of the woods can throw things far. They all have 6 fingers on each hand for starters, and it will be a close relative who wins, as all of them are related.
Fuck. That's a weird fucking hill to die. What the fuck? This is just a regular... This isn't in reply to anything. This is just unprovoked.
No, this is the comments in the article. Underneath the article, someone has made an account just to comment on the fact that all these fuckers probably have 6 fingers and they're all related, and the winner's probably related because they're all cousins. Ha ha, ha ha, I win. I win, black pudding competition.
Actually, I just in relation to us joining this, is that this is I'm on a website about, events going on in the UK. Someone says, in relation to this, do you have to pre-registration to lob a black pudding? And then
okay.
The original poster replies, no need to book ahead, just turn up on the day.
Fucking just turn up. We just need to rock up.
We're already in the finals, boy.
Lads. And I'm already the winner. I've already kind of claimed the winner.
Fucking, we didn't even have to fly or anything. This is great.
Unreal. I didn't know that. I think we need to start filling ourselves in for all competitions. Just all these strange fucking yokes up and down the countries.
Just we're accepting all challengers. There has to be some weird competitions in Ireland even that we could enter. As definitely. The Heroes for Hire podcast.
And it's just there for us to make fools of ourselves.
Yeah, we'd lose. That's what happened.
Well, we lose every time. Like, neither of us are going to win. But Jesus, we'd look good doing it though.
We'd be in that Heroes for Hire merch, link in the description.
Link in the description. It's actually a lovely store. You can buy hats and shirts and mugs and all kind of stuff. We'd actually just be there, just decked out and everything. Just fully.
We'd be smothered. We'd be dripping in Heroes for Hire merch.
And we'd be so cold because it's such bad quality. Wait, what? No, we'd be walking around. We'd be walking around going, "Wow, I am so toasty. These clothes are so nice."
Wow, and us in the middle of July,
just sweating. Shaun, we're finishing off with Florida Woman this week, because I think this might be the most Florida woman that Florida Woman has ever Florida womaned. Because I have naked Florida woman drove golf cart through armed standoff in Florida, deputy says.
Was she involved in the standoff, or was this just separate?
While Pinellas deputies were in the middle of a tense standoff with an armed man on the roof of a Dundon home on Saturday, they said a naked woman who drove through the scene on a golf cart and made the situation even more dangerous for law enforcement.
Because now you have a wild card to contend with.
So what happens is that they have a good Miles Abbott is the man who's on the roof, and he fires a gun, and then the police all show up, and he runs from deputies, and he climbs onto the roof of the house, pointing the firearm down at them. And it was the beginning of a SWAT standoff that lasted 6 hours, Shaun, with the man on top of the roof screaming at them and pointing the gun, and the SWAT team on the ground doing the whole "come down with your arms up, nobody gets hurt, just give up the gun" kind of thing. They're setting snipers up at every roof and every window along the area.
Yeah, and that sounds like standard procedure. But then, what happens?
That's when they said 28-year-old Jessica Smith rocks up and slowly comes into the distance and gets closer and closer as everyone stops and looks. And she drives
as the fucking
past
Magnificent Seven theme plays over it.
And she drives past several marked sheriff patrol units in a golf cart. As Smith approached the home where the armed standoff was happening, deputies said she ignored their commands to leave the scene and just kept driving, saying, "I have right of way, you better all leave me alone."
I mean, traffic law does take precedence over an armed standoff, that's correct.
Imagine how slow she's going in the golf cart, just rocking slowly up to this armed standoff.
It's about the speed of a ride-on lawnmower, I'm imagining.
She was said to exhibit the distinct odour of alcohol and was completely naked. So she rocks up in the golf cart completely naked, pissed out of her head, and just interrupts this 6-hour armed standoff that is occurring between the Florida SWAT team.
Just to break the tension, I guess. It's like, it looks like it's getting a bit heated over there.
I think Florida woman, this is the most Florida story because it has nothing to do with her. Like, Florida man has the police. He already has their attention. But Florida woman has decided that she needs to help her partner in crime. But what can she do?
Have you... And look, this might be reaching. Have you heard of Lady Godiva?
No.
Lady Godiva was like an old English fucking noblewoman who was trying to get her husband to lower taxes for the town. And he was like, I'll lower taxes when you ride naked through the streets on a horse. And then she fucking did it.
Oh, shit.
Just, historical legend, Lady Godiva.
Yeah.
So what if this lady went to the police chief and said, "Stop the standoff on that man," and he said, "I'll stop the standoff when
I'll fucking show you." I like the idea of her slowly rolling up and the detective's like, "No, she's not gonna." No, because obviously
surely.
she's gonna see that there's like 17 SWAT members here and a guy with a gun on a roof. There's no way she can't see us.
Swerve around.
There's no way she's naked. I think they would have still let her go. It would have been a case of, we've got bigger fish to fry. We're going to let the naked woman on the golf cart just get out of the way if she keeps to herself.
Yeah, just like all of them training their guns, and they just start slowly looking away, and the police chief is just like, "Not today, boys."
Like, we just have to keep concentrating on the actual criminal. She's just a fucking lunatic. I think in Florida that's actually fairly commonplace. They're just like, yeah, that's fair enough. That's just crazy Susie.
Sure, she's hurting nobody.
Yeah. Shaun, what do you think of Florida woman here? Do you think maybe this is how to end all 6-hour standoffs in future? Also, if you were the guy on the roof, there's no way you could have predicted that's how it's going to end.
No, like, I hope they're not, like, involved in some kind of Ocean's 11 / Catch Me If You Can style scheme where everything has to go perfect. Because, like, she's the ultimate wild card in that scenario.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think Florida woman here she's done the most Florida thing in making something not about her whatsoever, completely about her.
Centre of attention.
Florida man, Florida woman, they just have a history of, there's a crime going on. Well, I'm going to do a worse crime. I'll show ye.
Fucking, I can't let someone else take the heat for this.
So, Shaun, that is it for this week's Weird News.
It's been quite weak. Sorry I made it very Ireland circa 2008 centred.
You got to keep up with that Irish politics from 2008. Just all of our international listeners.
That's where all of our comedy comes from.
Yeah, exactly. That's where we peaked.
It is. It's where this podcast peaked. Before it began, would you like me to take us out, Connor?
Yes, please.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We will be back Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. Big thanks to everyone who supports us over on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that in the description. Also, big shout outs to Please Get Vaccinated, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Black Canary, and Zatanna, aka Waffles. Thank you as well, Waffles, for sending in that story earlier. Delighted to know that New Zealand is just as mental as the rest of the world.
Waffles also recommended that we watch the Matrix movies for the Lazarus Pit, so that has been thrown into the hat. I don't know whether to throw just Matrix or all three of them in, but then it could be a situation where we pull out like Reloaded or Revelations, just without doing the first one.
We'll start with Revolutions, then we'll go through
Work
the
back.
Matrix, and then
good thinking.
We'll do it completely out of order. Yeah,
like Star Wars.
Yeah, we'll treat them as prequels. Thanks also to Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball, Joe Burney, Róisín, Schrödóisìn, Hally, Ryan, Right Time, Evanson, Shaun, Heroes Don't Do That, Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah, Florida Gal Green, Anna, Go Ducks, Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky. One was so beautiful he just wanted to punch his face. The other had a kick-ass mullet, McGrew, Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I Can't Believe Wanda Did This, and Sammy DeLucia. Thank you all sincerely for the support. We really do appreciate it. You help keep the show going week on week. There are other ways, if you're not into Patreon, there are other ways that anyone can support the show. You can buy merch from the store down below. As we mentioned, there's a whole host of things to select from there. You can follow us on all the social medias. They're all linked below. But the most important thing, the best way you can ever help out the show, is by telling one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And I think that's about it, Connor.
I think so. So I've been Ciara Lawler.
I have been Shaun.
And we shall see you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.